excited for this segment. I, like so many of you, also watched Will and Grace religiously. My favorite episode ever was when Jack was the backup dancer at Karen's wedding for J-Lo. Do you remember this? I have never laughed so hard in my life. If you watch nothing else in your life, promise yourself you'll give yourself that 30 minutes. Before they all come out, let's take a look back at why we loved it so much.
Are you hungry?
Gay. What?
Are you hungry?
Gay.
What?
For 8 years, it defined must-see TV. Will and Grace burst onto the scene and the screen in 1998. Within weeks, it was a half-hour, groundbreaking TV phenomenon.
And I just want to know how long I'm going to have to wait until I can see two gay men kiss on network television.
Not as long as you'd think.
It was a match made in New York City. Will Truman, a gay lawyer, his best friend Grace, a straight interior designer.
I wanted to raise the kids Jewish. I wanted to sleep with men.
And never too far away, Will's outlandish friend Jack, and Grace's sassy and sauced executive assistant Karen.
Denied, approved.
I work in television.
The hugely popular show became a magnet for A-list guest stars to drop by, like J-Lo, Matt Damon, Madonna, and Cher.
I do a better share than you.
You think so?
Actually, you think so? Oh!
After 8 years, the show ended, or so we thought. Last year, the cast reunited for a short video to help get out the vote.
Make America bueno again!
Fans did vote for the show. And now, after 11 years, Will and Grace is returning to primetime.
We should just be what we've always been.
A sad, middle-aged lady. And Grace.
Please welcome Eric McCormack, Debra Messing, Sean Hayes, and Megyn I know that we all feel it.
Wait, this is our...
Yes!
And this is the couch, and that's the...
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
We are in the living room of Will and Grace.
How about that?
I know. It's so exciting.
They stole it.
NBC spares no expense. All right, so
that's so crazy.
how does it feel to be firing up these characters after all this time?
Awesome.
Awesome.
It's so much fun, yeah. We're having a blast.
I have to say, were you worried at all that the magic wouldn't be there after all this time?
I didn't think Sean would be as good.
He also thought I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, that was my biggest fear. No, I think we've all kept in touch, but we have not, the four of us, been in a room together in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So that, that was kind of amazing the first time that
But the
happened.
chemistry, now I've seen the first couple of episodes, but you have not, right?
No.
So they showed it to the media, like people like me. But the chemistry is still there. Everything is still clicking. We have a long time with these guys today, but I have to ask you, what do we have to look forward to? Can you give us a little, let me ask you, Megyn, any sort of teaser on current events?
What do you mean? Everything's going great. Yeah, there are a few things. I mean, I have to say that strangely, the character of Karen she's best friends with Donny and Melania. So she's...
and Debra, Grace is not. Grace is not.
No, Grace is not.
It doesn't get full-on political, but it gets political in the way only Will and Grace can. You know, they skirt around the edges and singe, they don't burn. That was my impression the first couple of episodes. Debra, Eric, Megyn, and Sean, and we're also joined now by the show's creators, Max Muchnick and David Cohan. Thank you guys both so much for being here. All right, so because you guys are new to the couch here, you are the real-life Will, are you not?
That must make him the real-life Grace.
I think you have it backwards.
So Max, and it's actually what we saw between you two on the scene is based on set is something that happened between you and your straight female girlfriend in college.
Right, she's out there watching this morning. Yeah.
You had a big revelation for her in college.
She got some bad news after at school. She got some great news. That's what I meant. She got some great news. I mean, it wasn't great for her, but yeah.
It was an act break.
Is it true that you came up with the idea for the revival in a cab?
Yeah, I was in London with my husband, and we were talking about the election. And I thought of a joke that I would have loved to have written for the show if it was still around. And I wanted Karen to be working Rosario out on a rock climbing wall to make sure she got back to work in time. And
To get back into the car
to
get to work.
Right, exactly. And Eric said, you know, the set is in our storage, and you could probably put this set up and call your friends and see if they would be interested. And I did. And I, 45 minutes later, got 4 yeses that they would come to LA. And
No hesitation? I mean, you were all involved in other projects, successful projects. So was there any hesitation? Like, I don't know, what if it's not a winner?
We thought we were doing it for a 10-minute video. We thought we were going to get together and have
2 days.
blissful days together.
2 days.
Did you feel the magic when you were back together?
Right
Yes.
away.
You did.
Yeah.
And then when they called to say, come do another season of Will and Grace, which, by the way, has already been renewed for a second season, and the first episode's not even out yet. What did that feel like?
Shocking. It was shocking because the idea was, okay, it was going to do this very special 10. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, 2 more. Oh, you know what? We want you for 4 more, and then we want next year 2. And it's like, oh my God, this is happening. I mean, we hadn't even shot anything. But it was all because the president of the network heard our table read of the first episode.
The physical humor of the show is one of its best things. I'm looking at you, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you.
And I'm looking back at you, Meg.
The Cher moment. I mean, is it true that Cher asked you to go to her home, to come visit her after that episode?
No, she was very kind with you.
I told that story.
Okay, go.
Well,
It's out of the bag.
I told it somewhere that she invited Sean to go to her castle in the English countryside for Thanksgiving, and he was like, no.
I ended up spending some time with her, though. She's, you know, the coolest, greatest, one of the nicest people ever.
Yes.
So she was game. It was really fun to have her on and just come play, as it was for many of the guest stars.
I do think you did Cher better than Cher did Cher, didn't he? I think you nailed it.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.